Yeah.
Back on these hoes. Flash love the hoes.
Gang, what it do?
Hey.
What up?
What up,
Tribe?
Hello. Okay, I'm doing this. I forgot this is my time to shine. Is it my time to shine?
This is your time.
We
All right.
back.
So, what's up, tribe? We are back with another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet. And boy, do I love doing these episodes. You know why I love doing these episodes? Because I get to record them with the greatest team alive. Okay? All of them.
We were expecting the sound effect after that.
Oh,
you know?
sorry. It's hard for me to cheer for myself. It's very hard for me to cheer for myself. I
You didn't have no problem doing that shit last week.
Every episode, right?
You full of shit.
My fingers, I'm sorry. All right, but you know, I want to introduce you to my cast because my cast, they keep me happy. You know, they keep me gainfully. No, not even gainfully employed. They just keep me employed. I can't even say I get paid.
It's coming, it's coming, King.
Yeah.
It's coming, King.
We got you on the back end.
Yeah, my 1099 in the negative right now, but it's all good. But I want to introduce. Yeah, I want to introduce my cast, and I'm going to actually start. Okay, with something, you know, pretty cold to start the show. Cause you know, we like to warm shit up as we go along in the show. All right. Now, you know, my first co-host, I just want to let y'all know, and I actually did see this shit. They about to drop Frozen 3. Okay. I think it's coming out like next summer, you know, convenient, right? Yeah, in the summertime. So, and you know, this next co-host, she just gives me like Frozen 3 vibes. All right. Ooh, you know what I should do? All right. So look, her code name is the Ice Queen. Okay. Her powers include aligning your chakras. All right. She can also teach you how healthy food affects your body. She does that shit. I've seen her do it myself. Okay.
Meal of the blood.
And one of the cool powers she also has, she can make it snow in July. You know, I hear what y'all niggas doing in the strip clubs, but you ain't never seen it snow in July. Okay. It's crazy. All right. Her weaknesses though. All right. This includes oxtails. Okay.
Facts.
She loves oxtails.
Shit it don't hit the same.
Right? It don't. Doritos, that's also another one of her weaknesses.
I don't think that's vegan either. My bad.
Right. Dirt's definitely another weakness of this next co-host. And the last thing I'm gonna say is Jamaican niggas. She has a weakness for Jamaican niggas. All right. So we just that's you said it on one of the episodes. Just being
I don't fuck with Jamaicans. That's Mo.
All right, bumbleclap. But anyway, welcome my co-host TJ. What up, TJ?
What up, tribe? This is your girl TJ, the unicorn Gemini from Duality, and of course some ice to the podcast. What up, team? I love you guys.
What up?
Yeah, I love that you finally leaning into your title. I love that.
I
was real resistant at first.
I haven't been trying to embrace it, Mash. It's you that you're like, this is who you are. This is who you are. Just accept it. Just accept it. And it's okay. I own it.
It fits you so nicely now that you lean more into it. It's just It's so much nicer. It's so much nicer.
Because I've recreated what it means. You know, like you guys made it seem like really mean and icy, but no, I feel like I wanted to make sure that we're aligned and we're doing things that we should be doing, and we have
I just think you're assertive. You're assertive.
Yeah, they put queen at the end of it, so
and I'll take that.
Yeah,
exactly. Most likely to set up by Wendy.
Right. Most likely to set facts. All right. Let me move on to my next co-host though. Okay.
She was like, yo, by when are you like, oh, I'm gonna start working out. Well, by when are you gonna start working out? I need to date your first work.
I want to keep you accountable, and that's how we get success, right? So
I believe that.
And I want to support my friends. So it's in a loving way. So now I don't mind being ice queen if that's what I do.
Okay. I ain't mad at it. Yeah. All right, so let me introduce my next co-host. I'm gonna try to keep this like X-Men theme because for some reason I'm on some mutant shit today. Yeah, X-Men. Everybody has like powers and shit. All right, so my next co-host, okay, his code name, the Spew God. All right, let me tell you about this nigga powers though. Okay, it includes studying Black history. He also has the power to tell you about your lineage and shit, because this nigga be in the books. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. He also comes with an incredible power to infuse people with positive energy. I don't know if y'all ever heard of something called the spew. We're not even gonna call it little because it ain't nothing little. The spew is huge. It's movement.
It's never little.
All right?
It's never little.
Real shit. And his last power that I can think of is he has the power to end world hunger. All right. This nigga can grow any fruit or vegetable that your mind can fucking fathom. It's crazy. All right. This is just what he does. All right. So give it up to my homie, Brother Mash. What up, King?
I didn't get no applause.
Yes, you did. Wow, you missed your whole shit.
Drip, drip.
Was good, what's good, gang?
And premature on the drip, though.
She jumped on the drip.
It could come first. It could come first.
I was hating first. I remember I was being icy by saying, where was my clap? Let me see a time, King. I take that back.
Good
Drip.
But check the replay. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's
check
all
the replay.
love. That's all love. That's what we like. That's what we like. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mash, aka Spew Guy Drip Drip. Please say the drip drip.
Drip drip.
Gang gang.
Yeah.
Represent South Jamaica Queens. You know, only queens make queens. And if you don't know, Spew is an abbreviation for spreading positive energy wherever. As the ambassador to Spew, it's my job to enrich the lives of everybody that I meet. I miss you, Tribe. I'm glad we back. We can record another great episode. My man Flash came up with a really amazing topic. And I'm really excited to start exploring these different sides of our personalities. You know, so I'm complete.
I bet. Appreciate you, King. All right, so you already know I'm moving on to the third slot. Something about the 3 slot that's so special on this show. Shit, you not. It's a good place to be in. Not saying like third place is the best place to be, but when it's this kind of 3, when you come on here, it's a good thing. All right, so my next co-host, all right, her code name, the Clarity Queen. All right, her powers include bionic knees. I don't know if y'all ever seen like her story. She always on like a Stairmaster or some shit.
We gotta get her to do the good knees challenge.
The good knee, we need you on that challenge. All right, whoever my next co-host is.
Challenge.
All right. She gets down low on the dance floor too. That's how you know she got some bionic knees and shit. All right. She also makes the cheesiest macaroni. And I need y'all nasty-minded people. All right, I'm talking about food. All right. Her macaroni, it reaches tables. Okay, tables. All right, when it comes to Thanksgiving, tables, plural, nigga. All right. Oh, and her last power, I ain't gonna hold you. My next co-host has the ability to fly. Okay. I know you're saying like how the fuck she could fly. It's because she gets flew out, my nigga. Okay, that's a power. All right. But let me tell you about her weaknesses though. Okay. Ciroc. Okay.
Facts.
Ciroc make her sleepy.
It's kryptonite.
It's a kryptonite.
And a little bit on my side.
That's a fact, though.
Representing the LGBT community. Hello.
Fact. But if it's any other weakness my next co-host has, I'm gonna just say this is her kryptonite. All right. It's definitely Carmelo Anthony. If he ever steps in a room, she's a puddle. Okay, puddle. All right. Shit you not. But anyway, give it up to my wonderful co-host Mo. What up?
Yeah. What's up, tribe? It's your girl Mo. Y'all all know I'm number 3. I represent the Boogie Down Bronx Co-op City Section 5. Don't ever zone my shit. I'm a Bronx girl all day, every day.
Never.
Loved my intro. Yes, all that is me. I'm her. She's me.
I ain't mad at it. All right. So let me introduce this next guy. All right. His code name, F-Boy. Okay.
Yes.
His powers include the bus of wine. All right. If you ever go to a fete or some shit like that, it's a power the nigga just has the ability to pull out. Somewhere in the middle of a fete, somewhere probably on the stage, you're gonna see this nigga activating this power. You don't need no cape. You just need hips. Okay. And waist. All right. All right. My nigga is a high practitioner of the HSD fool. Okay. I know y'all heifers out here talking about what's HSD. Y'all need to go back and watch what's the episode? Was that Power Dynamics? What was that?
Yeah.
All of it.
Power Dynamics.
Just watch all the Power Dynamics. All right.
All of them.
Just in case you want to hear what HSD fool will do to you. All right.
My nigga been talking about HSD food from day one.
Day one.
He been trying to educate y'all day one.
Trying to let y'all know what's up.
My
head, boy.
My nigga also has the powers to break out the tools. All right. Just letting y'all know this nigga's dangerous. And he also has the powers to abandon his friends and party. I think he's actually slowed down on this power, but this is definitely a superpower of his. And he'll come back with a story. It's
What's
cool.
his weakness?
His weaknesses, though.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear that too, man.
Okay, this nigga love losing phones in clubs. Okay, this nigga will lose his phone the minute he gets to a club, and he's the saddest nigga when he loses his phone, but he'll retrieve it. He'll get it back somehow, some way. He'll get it back.
I didn't lose a phone. That's crazy. I don't know. No people lose phones these days. You still do that?
Yo, the way how this nigga was upgrading phones back then, I always thought this nigga loved new phones, but I realized no, this nigga either breaks or loses his shit a lot. So I just had to come to terms with this is who this nigga is. But
another weakness.
This nigga spills shit a lot.
All the
time. I call this nigga Spilly. Like anytime, and this nigga love filling a cup to the brim. Just to test your patience. Because the nigga can't stop moving. Oh man.
What sippy cups lately?
Facts. We need to get you a sippy cup, bro. And my nigga last weakness, you hoes.
These hoes.
I ain't saying
facts
that.
on facts on facts.
Give it up to my boy Shake though. What up, King?
Yeah. Yo, what it do? It's your boy Shake. Mr. HSD, Mr. AFF, leave the last F silence, or we'll use the word factor today. America's favorite factor. All right, we'll use that.
I like that.
All right, I'm finding some nouns. Yet I had to actually tell people about the HSD.
Let it go,
yesterday.
TJ. Let it go.
I was at a game night. And shit, and we did like a little game where we was like asking like. It was called Hot Seat, and they was asking you really uncomfortable questions. So I was on the seat, and they asked me, "Yo, what's your dick size?" And I was like, "HSD." Okay. You already know, baby. Yeah, I had to explain to them what that was.
What was that size, though? Is there a range?
Yeah. What's big? What's big?
Well, I mean, what was the size? Like, did you give a range?
Well, I told them two fistful. I told him just above 2 fistfuls.
Right.
Is she small like me, or does she got man hands?
She got fat fingers like me.
Okay. That's a big size. That's decent. That's a good HSD. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's an HSD. You dig what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's some shit you can settle down with.
Yo, you a fool, bro. Yo, and as for me though, I'm gonna just say my code name today is the Meat District. Okay, you get to go listen to what's your fantasy? No. It wasn't What's Your Fantasy though too. No, it was.
Okay, but
that's just one of them. But we had code names and shit. All right, my powers include being able to see through other people's bullshit. Okay, it's a vision I got. It's stuck in my left eye and shit. I also have the power of sexy talk. I feel like legend has it that I once whispered into a chick ear and she came instantaneously.
Okay,
and what's that word? Instantaneously. Okay,
yeah, you did a good job. Good job.
And it was messy. Okay,
bro, that's happened. That's pretty natural.
Was it a squirt?
It was a lot. Okay, I'm also master of pullout food. Okay. I believe it was Wayne Gretzky that said you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take in life. And I want to tell you that's a lie. Okay. Because I took the shots and I meant to miss. All right. But anyway, it is your boy Flash the Philosopher. It is me. It is he. It is I. All right. And welcome to Sophisticatedly Ratchet, where we give you the real in a world of fake. All right. All right.
I looked up the episode, Flash, or sorry, Meat District. District.
Nah, don't call me that today, nigga. I'm at. Damn, this is a good episode to call me that. But go ahead.
You said that's what you were going to be named today. But okay.
Yeah, you just said it.
Right,
yeah.
It's okay. I'll call you Flash. Whatever you want. King. But if they wanted to hear that episode, it's called Porn Taught Me.
Yeah.
That was the episode.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, speaking of teach, I want to teach y'all, the tribe, how we here celebrate not having bad days. And we usually start it a little something like this.
It was gonna be a great ass day because I said it was gonna be a great ass day. I won't accept nothing else. Nothing bad will enter my day. Say that shit like you mean it. Howling. No bad days.
Yeah.
whatsoever. We don't tolerate them.
No bad days, guys. Well, welcome to the No Bag Days segment where I get to introduce you to a new chakra, and we can go ahead and cleanse that chakra. So today I'll be focusing on the crown chakra. The crown chakra is located right here on the top of your head.
Bang.
And it's responsible for your spiritual connection and transformation. It lifts and inspires you. It connects you to the universe and your creator. It also gives you an awareness that you're a soul in a human body. So we're just borrowing this body, but our soul is going to continue to live on. I love that. That actually just came up for me the other day. I was with a friend and she went to see a spiritual advisor and her mom came through then. Her mom had passed. And that was just a reminder. If you guys believe that stuff, you don't have to believe it, but it's just a reminder for me that I'm borrowing this body, and when I'm dead and gone, I still get to connect with all of you guys because I'm connecting with your souls, right? That was dope. Anyway, when it's activated, you feel positive, you have a positive outlook on life, and you're no longer ruled by self or even ego. Some emotions that you'll have are gratitude, compassion, and acceptance of your true self. And let's go ahead and align our crown chakra, guys. So like we do with every chakra, we take a nice deep breath in.
What are we doing today? The brown chakra?
It's the crown chakra, and it's usually like a violet color. I don't know why this is this color, but this is definitely my crown chakra bowl because of the symbol. That's the symbol of it. Can you see the symbol? Okay.
Yeah, I see it. It's dope.
All right. So nice deep breath in, guys. And out. Okay. We'll try this again. We'll try it again.
Still going.
I didn't hear it. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it.
It was still going.
Wait. I just got aligned. I don't know what happened to you. I just got aligned.
Yeah, it was still going.
Accept it. No, it wasn't going, but it
was kind of light. It was kind of light.
It was
light, but I still heard it.
It's okay. It's okay. If you guys feel aligned, that's great.
Flash can just increase the volume.
I'll let it go.
TJ, are you aligned, TJ?
I don't know. I don't know why it didn't work. I'm gonna try it again. Is it okay if I try again?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, in and out.
Overload my chakras. It's my crown too.
You can overload your chakra too. So I'll leave it alone.
I'm making space.
Go ahead.
You can't block it, Nash. You can't block it.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that's how it was supposed to sound.
There we go. That was a lot better.
Thank you so much, TJ.
You're welcome.
Aligning us like that. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody needs a good aligning. Every now and then.
No bad days.
None.
And
of course, because we love not only aligning our spirits, but we also want to increase our intake of vocabulary. Yes, we love new words. Words are beautiful. We started with goo goo gaga. Now look at us. We're saying all this new shit with all these words every week. And for this segment, I want to bring in the homie Shake. What up, Ken?
What's up?
Oh, you want to do like word of the week? Word of the week. I'm gonna make you a theme song one day, bro.
Thank you. I don't have a lot of energy right now to just keep up with the word of the week. I'm trying.
Wow.
You never do.
Let's try it over again. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Word of the week. That's a happy nigga. Come on, bro.
You dance, monkey.
All right.
You fucking you fucking.
So the word of the week this week, ladies and gentlemen, is preternatural. Okay, and it means beyond what's normal or natural. Stuff like extraordinary things, right? So I'm gonna say, Flash says one of his superpowers is he once was told that he said something to a chick and she nutted immediately.
What?
That is preternatural.
Damn right.
Right?
Damn right.
Oh,
what does that mean again?
I think she whispered in her ear and she came. Yeah, that's preternatural, bro.
Yeah,
that wouldn't have. That's not something that regular
niggas can't do that.
And that's why it's a superpower, bro.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's why you the meat district, King.
That's right. I'll be telling them.
It's preternatural.
There we go.
It's not okay.
What man?
You got examples of this?
I thought it was preternatural, but
preternatural.
I'm sorry, it is preternatural. Preternatural. Let's make sure we pronounce it correctly.
I ain't giving y'all niggas points if y'all mispronouncing shit.
Preternatural.
All right.
Says the main one that fuck up the word every time he uses it.
And I never get my point for it. So I'm telling y'all, I've heard niggas get points.
We have definitely shut Flash down regularly
all the time
when he pronounces it wrong. But Flash be using it wrong in the sentence. That is why we be shutting them down.
Every time Shake put the word down now, I go to Google and I listen to this shit. Preternatural. I'm gonna get this shit. Once that word's over like 3 syllables, nigga, I'm Googling that shit.
It'd be nice if we had this shit a week in advance. Like, maybe we should brainstorm the word of the week ahead of time.
I like using it on the rip. I like it on the rip.
I like it.
It challenges our vocabulary. This is what makes us the sophisticated part of the action, you know?
All right.
I just want the tribe to know we're not cheating and we're really doing it with y'all at the same time. All right.
But yeah, so tribe, I just want to let you know we got a real cool series that we're actually doing right now. All right. And I want to introduce it with this first episode. Okay. So the reason why I was so like passionate about this episode, because I just love things that deal with like human nature and shit. And I think that one of the most controversial things that we as humans do is have a need to understand and also sometimes correct behavior. I feel like this is something where, they've had scriptures written from dates back all the way to ancient times. People like Aristotle, this is like around like 300 BC and shit, but they started arguing that virtue is a balance point between two extremes of excess and deficiency. So, there's a lot of thought about like what that is to anything and many things. So I feel like it was only right that human behavior also have a scale which we base on our morals. All right. So the scale that I kind of want to talk about is one that is based off of Christian beliefs. And this is what they call it, the 7 deadly sins. All right. So this is what it came to be known as, because it didn't always start as the 7 deadly sins. And I know what you're going to ask. Flash, what are the 7 deadly sins? Well, I'm here to tell you about that shit before we start the episode. All right. So the 7 deadly sins are comprised of 7, I want to say like feelings or acts. If you want to ever memorize what they are, you can use the acronym PALEGAS, PALEGAS. All right. But the first one is pride. Then you also have avarice, which is greed. You also have lust. You have envy. Maybe I said that wrong, but yeah. So there's pride, greed, lust, envy,
gluttony,
wrath. Yeah, wrath.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I was missing. Gluttony. Sorry, gluttony. Yeah. And then there's also sloth. All right. So those are the 7 deadly sins. When I was researching this, that I actually realized this system stemmed from something called the 8 evil thoughts. And they had the 8 evil thoughts as gluttony, lust, avarice, anger, sloth, sadness, vainglory, and pride. But eventually, some scholar or whatever, they put it into this scope of definitions as far as like what sins are, or like what's up.
It's just like the gods and shit. Like, Greek gods have they have the Greek gods over here, and then you got the Roman gods. Is it something like that? Like maybe a different culture changed it up a little bit, but it was kind of like the same thing. And that, see where I'm coming from with it?
Well, what you talking about as far as the 7 deadly sins?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing though. I think there's always been like a whole understanding of like what good and bad is. But once again, this is something that stemmed specifically out of Christian religion. Like, this is something that definitely came from like the church, but people have also translated it and used it in many different languages and cultures and books and readings and shit like that. And it's just what it is. Like, they have a lot of things based off of this, whether there are anime about it, there's movies that came out about the 7 deadly sins, there's music that's about the 7 deadly sins. Shit, my tattoo was inspired by the 7 deadly sins.
What is it?
Well, I have I have the 7 deadly sins tattooed on my right arm, which are, pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. And then on the left side of my arm, I have the 7 heavenly virtues. And I didn't memorize those, so I'm not gonna try to repeat that shit.
Yo,
so you have the words on your arm, or you have like symbols of the word?
I got words and artwork. So like I have like a bunch of skulls on the right side as far as the 7 deadly sins, and then on the left side they're like angels or whatever the case is.
Okay.
Interesting.
So is that the balance between your good side and bad side? Is that your angel and your devil on the other side?
Well, I wouldn't call it devil, but
which one did you get first? I'm sorry.
The 7 deadly sins.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And in order to try to be like virtuous, I actually had the 7 heavenly virtues just a little bit longer than the 7 deadly sins tattoo, because I wanted to feel like I want this side to sometimes win, but it ain't always fact. So it's cool. And like I said, because I love human behavior, it's something that really resonates with me well when I think about like the 7 deadly sins. We're like one of the only beings on this planet who have attained a higher sense of consciousness versus other creatures on the planet. So this is why things like this evolve. But today, this out of the 7 deadly sins, the one that we're going to be talking about is lust. Okay? She's getting real lusty today on this episode.
I can't wait to hear you define it.
Yeah, so the definition of lust or lechery, I hope I pronounced that shit right. It comes from the Latin word luxuria. All right, and it is intense longing. It is usually thought of as an intense or unbridled sexual desire, which may lead to fornication, including adultery, rape, bestiality, and other sinful and sexual acts. Oftentimes, however, it could also mean other forms of unbridled desire, such as for money or power. And I guess this dude, Henry Edward Manning, he explains that impurity of lust transforms one into a slave of the devil. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, lust. All right,
a sex slave of the devil.
So
why gotta be devilish though? Why does it have like that negative connotation? Because it's a beautiful thing.
Well, it's a sin. It's a sin. That's why. Okay, and let me tell you something. Christians love nothing. The Christians love more besides serving Christ than telling people that they're going to hell for not doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm not. What's wild? I'm not a person. I'm not a person of like Christian faith. I don't practice Christian beliefs, but I do love this concept though, as far as like how to manage the things you do in life, and maybe like see whether you're leaning more on one side or the other, because you need to gauge certain shit like this. You do.
You do.
Yeah. So I want to ask as a first question or a first talking point. I didn't know where to lead this episode initially, but I'm gonna ask: is lust healthy for a relationship?
I say yeah and no. Like, yes, you want to have some kind of lust in the relationship because it keeps it, it keeps the sparks going. But if you're in a relationship and that's the only thing that the person is doing is lusting after you, that's when it can become a negative connotation, at least in my opinion. So I think it's a mixture of both. Like, of course you want to have lust. You still want to lust after the person. You still want to desire the person that you're with. But if the person is solely with you, lusting after you, like all they want to do is just lust you, that's a different story. So that's kind of my take on it.
I feel like if I'm in a relationship with you, I want to lust after you all the time. Like if I'm in a relationship, if I'm not lusting after you, then something's not right. So it depends on how I gauge that lust or that feeling about my attraction to this person. It can make or break the relationship. Sure, I could be a beast and be on her body all the time. She might like it, but that's for me to decide what the boundaries are as far as my lusty ways or our lusty ways.
Okay.
But I think lust is pretty fire.
Yeah, I agree with Mash and Mo. So I feel like I do want my partner to lust after me, because I looked up my own definition, because what you said was like real deep. And I like the definition that I found, and it said very strong sexual desire. So I think I want my partner to always be in lust for me. But I don't want that to be the only thing that I get. Like what Mo said, like, I want you to lust for me, but I still want us to have good conversations. I don't want it to just only be sexual and you only want sex from me. Like, I want us to be friends and have a relationship
and hold hands and shit.
Go out and
absolutely.
Not just fuck all the time. I want to go out. I want to have fun. I want to, be friends with my partner. And I also want to have bomb ass sex. And I want you to lust after me and I want to lust after you and we be good. Complete.
Yes, that's me.
Like that.
I agree. That's what I want.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they talking about, but I could lust. I could fucking fuck all the time. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like I could be in a relationship where it's just I actually wanted to be in a polygamous relationship because one of the chicks I needed to be about lust. I just need to lust for one of them all the time.
It's like you see her and you see sex.
That's it.
I get that.
That's it. But
he's okay with it.
I think lust is important for a relationship because like desire is very important. And when I say relationship, we're talking about a sexual relationship or marriage or whatever. And when you see those couples where the lust has like dissipated and they're not attracted to each other, I think that shit is so sad, to be honest with you. And I feel like yeah, they need lust. You have to be lustful for each other in order for you to like, I guess show your emotions through, I guess, your sex. You know what I mean?
Like when you in the heat. Right. Shit. Yo, Shake, I agree with you though, because I do think lust is healthy. I also know there's times where it can get unhealthy. I do feel like social media and shit does sometimes take lust to a level where it's like, nigga, it's so many bitches out here, bro. Like, and it's easy to want to lust and miss maybe what's in front of you or what you should be paying attention to if you're getting like lusty vibes. So I think even what Mash was saying as far as like you want to lust after your partner, that's important, because I don't think lust ever just stops with your partner. I feel like you're definitely gonna, at least for me, like I'm gonna always want to look at women. I know there's gonna be a lot of times a chick gonna pass right by in front of me and I'm gonna think of like 45 different ways how to fuck her and shit, even while I have a partner. And I feel like that's fine because it also makes me test how I can control that lust, or, you know, or at least how to like work that muscle to say like, nigga, you don't always got to just like fuck everything, you know? So it teaches me a little bit of discipline, and not to say like, and once again, I love me a good, like either sneaky link or like you just got like a fuck buddy or some shit like that, because those to me, even though I don't abuse those relationships, those are like a pure form of lust for me. Like I'm here for the sex, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna just
thank you for being honest.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think I never really think about sneaky links and shit like that where, you know, it's nothing else expected but the lust. That's it.
Right. That's true.
But for how long?
It depends.
Well,
until they fall in love, and then it gotta be over.
But how long?
Then it has
the sneaky link was okay with just.
Yeah, and is your girl okay with it? That's another conversation.
Then it wouldn't be a sneaky link.
It's not a sneaky link if your girl, no.
Now that's just a relationship.
You ain't know, TJ.
Yeah, sneaky link.
We're not transparent.
A sneaky link, your girl is not.
Yo, you know when a sneaky link. You know when the sneaky link is over. The sneaky link is over when she start asking questions. When you start posting your girl on IG and she start asking questions
when you gonna post me,
about where y'all was, how what y'all was hanging out doing and shit like that. Bitch, you taking too much of an interest in my girl. You know what? It's time to shut this down. Okay,
thanks.
Real talk.
And also something that you said, Flash, was that, I don't know, it triggered me a little bit. It's like, there's a difference. Like, you can lust at, like, if you're in a relationship, I'm okay with my partner lusting after a girl on social media or girl that passes by, because I can appreciate how beautiful a woman's body is. But I don't want that to go into action. You know what I'm saying? You can lust after them in the thought, but I don't want you to like actually act on it. I'm okay with that. You know
I agree too. It's a natural thing. It's a natural thing for men to look at women. It's a natural thing for women to look at men. I recall a time when I was with my ex one time, and you know, I was like, damn, you know, shit, she look good. You know what I mean? Like that. But it's not past that level. But I clearly you got eyes you can see, because shit, I see. I can see what walked past you too. But so I get it, and I think it keeps it fun. Like, yo, you know, when you look like that, you know, but like you said, if you're not acting on it, that's the difference. When you act on it, but the poses look like we gotta all be human and all be real. People's gonna look, we see, and it's not, you know, it's a natural thing. You're gonna look okay, but
don't act on it,
and
vice versa, Mo. Because I remember you telling a story on a future past episode of the podcast where you said you were walking with your man and he noticed a guy looking at you.
Let me tell you
and he
something.
was like, all right, it's okay. I know she got a fatty. He
tell
said
you
that.
something.
He said like, yeah, I know my girl got a fatty.
DJ and Mo, let me tell you something. I love women who want to look at ass with me. I love when a woman's gonna look and be like,
me too.
damn,
That's
her.
I
Mo
love
loves
her
ass
thing.
too.
Like, I want to look
I
with
love
you,
ass.
baby. Like, yeah, because that is a form. That's a little bit of lust. I'm not saying
it is. I think
Yeah.
I agree with you and it makes it fun because my thing is if like we cannot kid ourselves, nigga. I see the ass too. Like,
Right.
and I know you looking at. I might be like, yo, babe, you see that ass?
You ever see a nigga that's trying not to look at ass? Like,
right.
nigga,
And I just be like,
nigga.
damn, like I could see that
It's
shit.
impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Especially now that women are getting their bodies done.
Yeah.
Nigga.
And it just look crazy. Everybody's looking at her ass. And sometimes it's not in a good way. Sorry,
I was gonna ask how far is too far though. Like, you know, if you guys are you guys are seeing, well, what if he goes over there and says, you know, I want your Instagram because, you know, I wanna what if he was a photographer or something like that? And he was like, you know, I want to take photos of you. And he went over there and he wanted to get her Instagram. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, that's his job though, right?
Yeah, if it's his job, right?
Of course. So once again, it's
like
if you're a photographer, you're not only taking pictures of ass.
Of beautiful women and shit. Like he sees a beautiful woman. And
but you said ass. You didn't say beautiful woman. You said ass.
Maybe he's an ass photographer. Like they have those out here. He just taking pictures of booty.
If that's his profession, I guess.
No, if that's his profession, and I'm shit, nigga, let me be on set
too. Get the bag.
Let me be on set.
Get the bag. Let me holla at her.
I'm gonna be on set too. No problem. Let me be.
Let me know when she coming. Let me know when she's showing up, nigga.
Put me on the calendar.
Give me your Instagram. Give me your Instagram too.
Put me on the calendar.
Give me your Instagram too.
Shit, because if you want to do that, no problem. Let me be in the room too. Shit, we the same way. You can look through the lens, and I'm gonna look right there on set. Okay.
You know the thing I used to hate on social media. I used to see there would be this chick who would wear like the tightest fucking jeans, okay, the tightest, and then she gonna sit there and try and fucking sneak a motherfucking cell phone right in the back of them tight ass jeans with the camera pointing out, and she would go into like a Home Depot or some shit just to see like how many niggas look at her ass. And I'm saying here, like, bitch, what you think is going to happen? You put on the tightest pants in the world with the fattest ass in the world and with a camera. What the fuck did you think was going to happen?
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Watching ass and shit, I realized that I as I get older, I feel like I can't just. When I was younger, I didn't mind just going as soon as she walked past. Yeah, but I feel like I have to be a little bit more discreet about it nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like I have to let her get at least 5 steps and shit before I do the turn.
You gotta be like, I've never noticed that about my shadow. That is crazy. My shadow is beautiful.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's acceptable depending on the time of day. All right, the time of day. All right, so keep it a stack. I'll look. After 8. After 8, I'll look very quickly. After 8, I have to look quickly.
8 steps? 8 steps?
Yeah. Okay, I thought it was the time of day, 8 p.m.
No, I'm talking
at
about
night.
the time of day, 8 p.m.
Okay,
After 8 p.m., I'll turn and I look.
Okay.
I really don't turn my head during the day. You can't really look crazy during the day because somebody looking at you.
Right.
Looking at you. But at nighttime, it's more acceptable for me to look at nighttime. During the day, people looking at you wild.
Nigga, you ever try to go to the beach without sunglasses, nigga? That shit is
never.
You gotta hold your shit in, nigga. Like, don't do it, nigga.
I know. You gotta wear sunglasses.
You gotta wear sunglasses.
That's how I feel about when I'm in a club. I need sunglasses.
The shades do not cover up the turnaround, my nigga. It's a whole turnaround, bro.
They don't see your eyes doing this though, nigga. Like,
right.
Or looking directly down.
Or looking right. Or to the side, like
niggas walking on the beach like this.
I'm just looking in that direction. I'm just in that direction.
Oh my god.
Yo, let me move though.
Yes.
So one of the things I want to ask y'all, all right, is when it comes to this thing we call lust. I want to know for y'all, how do you know when it's love or when it's lust when dealing with people?
Good question.
Okay. Good question.
So
not everybody at once. Right?
All right. So I guess I'll start it. So you said, how do we know when it's love and not lust?
Yeah, correct.
When the person, how you know it's love is not lust is when you actually love the person for who they are. Like you're not even thinking about sex. Like you're just You know, like you're not like you're just with them and you're not thinking about sex at all, because at that point the sex doesn't matter because I'm in love with that person. I'm in love with you. So whether we have sex today or next week, that doesn't faze me because you're here, and I'm completely full with just the love of us being around each other, and sex is not a factor in that moment. So when your mind is, you know, on that level, then you know it's love, because it's like you're not getting pissed off in the moment because you're just, you know, I'm around you, so I'm good just being around you, just being because you're there cooking, whether we eat and doing whatever else, because I love you. You know, so for at that moment, the sex, the lust doesn't mean nothing right there, because I love for you. Yeah,
I get that. Go ahead, Shay.
Yo, I was saying that I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? That I don't have to be lust and shit. Love. I feel like love. I can say love freely to people.
So Pete,
being in love with somebody is something different.
So So I'm talking about somebody you dealing with. How do you know? How do you differentiate between whether it's lust with this person versus whether there's love for this person or love in
a relationship?
I love a lot of the women I lust for. I'm gonna be honest with you, but because even the women who are like my sneaky links and shit, some of them have been around for a long time, and I fucking love them. Like I've told my sneaky link, I love her. Like I fucking love you, but she
blood clot.
She has to understand. She has to understand at the end of the day, I'm not in love with you. Okay, I'm not. This is not going to be a relationship. We're never gonna. This is not going to be a relationship or nothing. But I fucking love you. I care if something happens to you. I fucking love you as far as I don't want to see anything bad happen to you, and I'm wishing all the best for you because you know.
Except for me fucking with your emotions and your pussy.
Nah, I mean it is. Nah, I'm not because I fuck her pussy. Yo, we know if she's my sneaky link. We're specifically meeting up just for sex,
and she's aware of it.
We know that this is what it is. We know what it is because when she called me, she hit me with the googly eyes, like, my nigga, what's up? Where you at? You know what I mean?
Okay. She knows what it is.
So she knows her role. Yeah.
So it's not someone that wants a relationship and whatever. No, she knows what her role is. Okay.
Exactly.
I take that back.
How do you segregate love from lust and shit? I feel like love is just more platonic. Love is more. You don't have to fuck to love people. You know what I'm saying? But you're talking about somebody you dealing with. Bro, if it's somebody you dealing with and you're in the lust is not there, I don't know if you can still have the same amount of love without lust. I feel like it goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because you can't have one without the other. That's just, I'm complete. Go ahead.
I don't agree with that. But go ahead, Mash.
I see where you're coming from, Shake, because I feel like I think about instances when I love someone in a relationship with someone, romantically love them, but then I stop lusting for them. So
that's happened.
I can see what that perspective could be like, you know, to have so many feelings for somebody, romantic feelings of love, you know, but that lust just isn't there for y'all no more. You don't, and that's why you talked about seeing people who don't lust one another, you know, like that. Being in a relationship with someone that you don't lust is not going to be a healthy relationship in my mind, and that's why I thought you need lust for a relationship.
I mean, go ahead.
Because if it's just love, if it's just love, that's fantastic. But I mean, if you enjoy sex, you can't have good sex without lust. I cannot see you having a good sex life without lusting for somebody. So you know,
or a good relationship, in my opinion. Yeah,
right. That's why I think those two things go hand in hand, like you said, Shake. You know, so I can't see one without the other either. But I can't see an instance when you did lust for someone at some point in time, and then you stop lusting for them and you just love them, and then those just become, you know, friends with benefits, I guess. But I'm complete.
But I was thinking about Love Is Blind and shit. You remember the guy Shake? How he loved the girl,
the asshole. He loved her, but he didn't lust after her.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he didn't like her. Something about her like face he didn't like.
He said she reminded him of.
But he had sex with her.
Yeah, I'm
like
sure
an auntie. Yes,
of course he did, like an auntie. Real talk, and it was just like, he was an asshole and shit, but he was a realist. Like he was a realist. You cannot have a successful relationship unless you lust for that person, and then that is gonna breed a new type of love. You can love that person one way, but it changes when you lust for them and you love them. You know what I'm saying? Like when the love is infused by the lust. Okay, because I can love you and lust for you, but it don't have to be the same. It's weird. It's weird, but you understand what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah.
No, I got you.
No, I feel you. I like what you were saying, though, Mash. Even as far as like, you know, you can have lust for somebody and love them, and then you kind of fall out of that lusty stage, or that feeling is not there. For me, I know I start knowing, and I'll just be honest. I think for me, it always starts as lust. It, for whatever reason, and I think that's just normal. I can't love anybody before knowing them.
Yeah.
But I also know, like, yeah, there is a point after my lust, maybe I've conquered, and the savage mode has lowered just a bit or whatnot.
Power down. You're not Super Saiyan no more.
I could stop and go around and say, like,
right, just pump for everything. You know
everything.
what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? And I could look around and say, like, wait, what's going on here? Oh shit, this is a nice woman. She's actually doing cool shit. And I start paying attention to a lot of the things that don't come from being physical with this woman. And you know, sometimes my mind is like playing a trick on me, because I got to think like, well, nigga, does she make your dick move, or does your eyes twinkle when you see her a little bit or some shit? So I got to gauge it. And once I know she starts doing things that make me just, oh yeah, I like when she does that, or I like when she does. And those add up over time for me, just to the point where it's like, once there's enough twinkle that I'm seeing beyond just the physicality of sex, then I'm like, yeah, I love this person. Not in love yet, because for me, it definitely like goes, I want to love her first, because there are things that she does.
It progresses.
Yeah, that makes me happy. And then based on all of that, I'm still doing all the calculations, and I'm like, boom, all right, now I'm in love with this woman.
Calculation.
You know, but no, I mean, that's just how my mind works. But I just know, like, it's definitely rooted in some form of lust. Like, I've never dealt with a woman and I was just like, you know, I want to love you. Like, and even if it, and I'm not even gonna say that, like, lust is very just strict to their body and sex, because sometimes I'll lust for women based on like their smell or their demeanor. Sometimes I find certain things just very attractive. So, you know, I lust after that. Like, what is it to be in that presence of the thing that I want more of, or, you know, I want to experience more. So yeah, that's kind of how it goes for me.
And I found this question really hard for me. I found this question hard for me to answer. And I love the fact that I let everyone go first, because it allowed me to kind of figure out what it meant for me. Because hearing you, Flash, say that lust comes first for you, usually I'm not physically attracted to any of my partners. I'm attracted to how you treat me, your morals, your values, what you got going for yourself. Like, those are the things that attract me. So it's usually not sex related. That shit does make my pussy wet. All those things make my pussy wet. And that's not, and that's over time. I'm not, even though I might be attracted to a person, like, because they look good, those things aren't really like at the forefront of my mind, because I want all the other things. Those are the other things that make me wet and make me lust after you. So for me, how do I know it's love? Is because I care more about you and what you got going on, and how I can support you and make your life easier. And because maybe you've been doing that for me too, I'm like, oh my God, I love that. Like, I love that. I love that about that person. And I love that they feel that way about me, and they want to like support me and build me up. That should end up getting my pussy wet.
You know what's crazy though, TJ? I feel like women a lot of times, and I like to generalize and shit, because this is shake.
America's favorite fuck boy, but today you're the factor.
All right. So I feel like women sometimes confuse lust and love. I feel like sometimes the dick is so good I feel like sometimes the dick is so good that you feel like you're in love with this person, but you may not be in love with the person. You understand what I'm saying? And you be quick to be like, I love you, and it's not. No, it's not.
Shake.
Thank you. Let the women speak.
I just wanted to throw out the fact that you be treating them like you love them, though. You don't just
That's
be giving
what
them
I'm saying.
I
was right about to get to that.
So
when you tell your sneaky link you love her,
then she's going to, yes, then she's going to say it back.
Come on, bro.
It's
right.
mental.
It's what you're feeding her. So number one,
she's eating this shit up.
Go ahead, Mo.
Right. So number one, I want to say, okay, I'll acknowledge that you said you generalize, so I can't take you personally because you generalize everybody. For me, the dick could be good and it's great, and I still don't love you. It's your dick. That's it. I know what it is. For me, I'm speaking for me. For you, the way that you generalize it is because what you do is you warp these women's mind. Because if she's a sneaky link and she knows she's a sneaky link, then there should be no love conversation in the mix. What are you telling your sneaky link you love her for? If she knows that she's the sneaky link, she knows it's strictly about the dick. Period. So we don't have to have a conversation about love or nothing like that, because that's not the forte of what we have going on. So when you now implement that. For her, it's like, well, damn, this nigga love me. You know what? I love him. So now she's going into, you know what? Well, I love him too. So your issue is you're treating your slides, your slurs, your sneaky links as your girlfriends, and you don't want to, right? And you don't want to
emotional, damn it.
And you don't want to acknowledge that you're treating the side pieces. You don't want to acknowledge that you're treating the side pieces as if they're your main chick, and then now when they now come up or perhaps bring up now wanting to be the main chick, you go back to, oh, but remember in the beginning I said this. Well, you said that in the beginning, but your actions are showing something different.
Okay. Wait, first off, the only sneaking link I ever told that to was this chick that I've been fucking with for like years. Like I've been fucking her for maybe 7 years. Like and she knows good and well what it is. She knows where she's at. I don't just run around telling bitches I love them. But here's the thing. I do speak into their soul. I tell them about things. I tell them that they could be better and shit. I let them know how powerful they are. I tell them how good they fucking actually are.
Right. So you know what that is, Shay? You mind fuck them, because my thing is that's the point. Why you're there to fuck them and they're there to fuck you, and that's that. You speaking into my mind and you do and empowering them. Listen, it's like it's a business transaction. If you're a sneaky link, that's what it is. I know what I'm there for. You know what you're there for. Let's get it popping and we move on. So
my thing is, I talk to him like I would talk to a friend. Though I can't be friends with my sneaky link.
Yes, you can.
Like, just because
they know that you may be messing with their mind is what Mo is saying. You may be mind fucking them. They may feel more feelings for you because you're doing these things. Just be aware of that. And that's what I think is toxic.
It's toxic for me. Yo, that's crazy that it's toxic for me to be
positive to them.
I'm not telling you that. I'm not saying that you're toxic. I think you could be cool with your sneaky link or whatever, like whatever. But
they want you to disrespect her.
I don't want you to disrespect her.
No, I don't want you to disrespect her. I just want you to make her
great. So she will find somebody else. Somebody who's good for her.
So you better be a short. He wants you to be a short sneaky link. Sneaky link. You can't have a long-term sneaky link.
I want to be clear.
7 years.
Right. That's a sneaky link. After 7 years, that's a sneaky link.
It can be.
That's my
You know what? This is what I think. I feel like it's the mindset of the woman. I had a conversation. I was in Miami, right? And in Miami, everybody's whining on each other. Everyone's trying to holler at each other. It's beautiful. Everyone's in swimsuits and costumes and out, right? So if you know that this man has a girl, or if you know that he's not trying to be in a relationship with you, it's up to you. You have to set your mind up to be with a person like that.
Correct.
And make sure that you know that although he might be encouraging you and supporting you and telling you he loves you and all these great things, just remember that he does not want a relationship. So you have to know that I'm going to fuck him. I'm going to let him build me up, and then I'm going to go about my business. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because so it's up to the woman. It's totally up to the woman for her to make sure her mind is right when she does want to participate in a relationship with someone like him, and take that title of being a sneaky link. Yeah, let him do whatever. I have to be strong enough in my head so that I don't feel like he's mind fucking me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what the fuck this shit is. I know exactly what he's trying to do.
I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely.
So I have to set my mind up. If I'm going to mess with someone like that, all right, I know exactly. I am not going to cross that border of allowing him to tell me when he loves me feeling those feelings of love. he got love for me, but he's not in love with me.
I don't know. I do feel like definitely when chicks hear like that verbiage, love, it definitely takes them to
fucks with them.
It does. It takes them to another level. Yeah. And especially if you
gotta make sure if you go ahead, Mo.
I was gonna say, especially if you don't know her background trauma. You don't know what that word does. That's why I could So
have you ever been bullied into telling you to someone a female? Have you ever been bullied into telling a female that you love her?
Unfortunately, yeah. I don't want to say bullied, but I felt
pushed.
Yeah, I felt like she used her preternatural powers. I hope I pronounced that shit. I'm trying to get a point here. But
preternatural, you got it.
I do believe she used her preternatural powers to sometimes, make me say it. And sometimes bitches is sneaky too, because they'll be fucking you and they'll be like, tell me you love me before you know. I mean, I'm like, I love you.
Oh, that's a nigga. That's a sneak attack. That's what that is. That's a goddamn sneak attack. I'm talking about. Don't you love me? Don't you? You trying not to tell her you love her. You trying not to do that shit because you don't want to mind fuck her. But she want, and then you got to tell her something like, I got love for you. I don't want to see that happen to you.
So
I would kill the whole vibe if we're fucking. I got love for you. It's like, pussy dry,
manipulative. But I hear that shit because I do feel like when I was younger, I definitely said it because I thought that was the proper thing to do. But I will say, like, now how I am, even when I don't feel like saying I love you to somebody, like I don't say it. Like I really am have more intent behind it when I want to say it, especially the chicks that I deal with. And I get what you're saying though, as far as like being able to tell your sneaky link that you love them and shit. Because some of these, they're human too, and these women have love for you, like genuine love for you, my nigga. And you know, if you've never had a sneaky situation link like that, where it's like you love your sneaky link, then that's just you ain't had that experience. But I get that because I've had that experience as well. So
no, I can understand that too. I
think that too. I'm thinking about it. I think I could even fall in love with someone that I wasn't in a relationship with, because I've been dealing with just having sex. Yeah,
right.
And of course, I can love them, but not be in love.
Right. Exactly. And I agree with that because get connected. Sex connects you. Yeah. So at that moment, it's like you done, shit, y'all naked together, y'all this together. So of course I'm gonna have love for you. So I can see that.
As long as you don't fool yourself to think that this is love.
It's gonna be more than that.
This is more than this is a different kind of love.
Like TJ said, you gotta go in it with a mindset like I know what it is, but I have a love for you, like a genuine love for you.
And don't think it's gonna change.
Yeah, but it's not going further than that.
Especially if you're dealing with a nigga with an HSD.
Stupid.
Oh my god.
Yo, so speaking of HSD though, I want to get a little bit ratchet. All right. So I want to know, and we're gonna keep it a buck because this is what we do here. All right.
Nice.
But before I keep it, let's do this. All right. How often do you think about sex?
When I'm alone or I'm in public? Because if I'm in public, it's crazy.
Current day mash.
When I'm alone. Pretty often. I think it's something that pops into my mind pretty consistent. I would say within, like, if I put a time basis on it, it's on the hour. I would say I think about sex on the hour easy.
Yeah.
If I had to put a time clock on it.
I agree with you. I had to think about this when I'm sitting here. Like, I'm pretty sure I think about sex at least one time an hour. It's something. Either I'm gonna see a vegetable or a fruit or something gotta just something. I don't know what it is sometimes, but maybe it's also the gram because you go through the gram and they're just throwing bitches at you. So it's like it's hard not to be like, ooh, I'd fuck her. Ooh, I'd fuck her. Ooh, I'd fuck her. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I gotta stay off of that shit because I need to balance that shit out. You know what I'm saying? My thumb, it double taps everything that I lust over. Honestly, like I can't stop that shit.
And luckily they got rid of that feature where your partner can now see what you like.
What you like. They got rid of that shit. That's how you know men were in control of that. You know what I'm saying?
It's because men had to
be on the board.
We were getting in trouble.
That's unnecessary information. That's unnecessary information.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
I want to go back to see if you like that shit.
You ever try to like the shit?
It still pops up. I can tell who liked it.
No, if could your bitch want to screenshot this shit? Like, why you like that?
Yo, I put that meme up. I put that meme up where they show only the people you're friends with that say this person liked it. So now when you go to a picture, you see your nigga liked it and everybody else
shout you out real quick.
He liked that shit. and everybody else.
Yeah.
For me, I would say I think about sex. I don't feel like I think about sex daily, but I'm not. I'd be lying if I said daily. Yeah, okay. At least once a day. But I think it's not really sex that I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about pleasure for myself because I masturbate daily. Oh my God.
So you're thinking about sex when you're masturbating?
Yeah.
No, I actually don't really think about sex. Sometimes when I'm masturbating, I don't think about sex. I just think about pleasuring myself. There was a spiritual woman that told me, because when I masturbate, sometimes I think about my exes, and I know that that's not healthy. Right?
Emotional
damage, 100%, and that's what a soul tie is. It's a soul tie.
Who said that?
And so, if I want to feel pleasure, I don't want to have to bring up someone that hurt me, because if I'm thinking about an ex, there was obviously something that wasn't right. Why that they're their ex? You know what I'm saying? No. So now I'm trying to trigger not past experiences, but just pleasure for myself. Those are the things that I'm trying to bring about so that I can pleasure myself. And I don't know if that's just me. That's not just me thinking about sex.
I think so.
But I do use my vibrator almost every night, and mainly because the box has been on lock. I haven't had sex in almost a year, and I'm talking that quality sex and sex with a man, I'll say. Okay. And quality sex. I just need to clarify.
TJ, I think that's cap.
I ain't want to say nothing. Thank you, Shay.
Every fucking time you use that vibrator, you thinking about sex. Okay, the shape of your vibrator is like a dick shape. I don't know if it's a dick shape, but
it's a long shape, but it goes on my clitoris, and it's no penetration.
When you use a vibrator, your intention is to nut, and that is sex right there. You are thinking about sex, and
but I'm not thinking about
anybody specific, exactly. But it's still
the question was, how often do you think about sex? Not often. How do you think about other people?
It's so sex.
How often do you think about sex?
I'm not thinking about sex though. I'm only thinking about me coming.
That's not sexual.
That's not sex.
No, I'm thinking about myself.
Yeah, she's trying to get out of this one. Boom.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm telling you. I don't, because if I think about sex, I have to envision somebody doing it to me.
Boom.
She over here coming to spirits and shit. I don't understand that.
No,
shit.
not spirits, just myself. My own.
Mo. How often do you think about sex? Because we need another woman's opinion. Because this one over here, she's slippery.
Casper the friendly pussy over here.
Slippery.
I don't think I think about sex often. I'm not that sexual, but I think I will say what Flash says, going on the gram and seeing stuff. So I probably would say maybe once a day. If I'm going through the gram and then you're seeing this, or you're seeing a couple, or you're seeing these things, it may come into your mind oh, all right.
What do you see that?
But you actually think of sex, though?
No,
wait. What do you see? What do you see on the gram that is lusty? That makes you feel lusty?
I think if I see if I see two couples and they just look they look happy, they look happy, they look good together. I'm like, damn, they looking all over there looking good. But for me, I don't think that I think about sex often.
That's not sex though. That's not thinking about sex though.
Right.
That's a couple. That's not sex.
Right. But I don't when I'm in my mind, I'm thinking about sex. I'm thinking about penetration or stuff like that. And to me, that doesn't happen often for me.
Like Mo, what do you see online that be like, what? I need to get my pussy ate today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if I see on the Instagram, there was a guy that was eating a peach.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that
something like that, right?
Something like that is what I'm saying.
Or somebody working out, you know what I mean?
Question. So wait, for the ladies,
TikTok, if you were watching TikTok.
When y'all see y'all crushes and shit like that, you don't think about that nigga twisting y'all out or some shit? Y'all just be thinking oh, he probably has a good personality.
No, I'm being if I see Carmelo and he's looking good or something like that, and I'm just looking at him. Yeah. I'll think about that. Right. That I will. But that's not me seeing him often. So that's why I say I can't be I think about sex often. I don't. Mm-hmm. It had to be a particular situation or something that I'm looking at that may make me think about it. But I'm not get up in the morning. Trigger. Exactly. That would trigger the feelings, the feelings of the lust or whatever. But for me to just be I think about sex every day, I think I'll be lying. And I'm being
for you
for me. I can't
say that. Yeah, for you that would be preternatural.
Yeah.
That nigga's on fire today. That nigga.
I don't think of sex per se.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think
I would say, oh, that looks good, but I'm not thinking about, oh, I want to get penetrated by this
right?
man, or I want to fuck this girl. Like I don't. My mind doesn't immediately go there. Like,
that.
He looks good and she looks good, and that's why the only time I could think about it is when I'm masturbating, and I don't want to think about my exes. That's the only thing that can help me or unless I'm watching porn, and then if I have to watch porn to masturbate, then I'm definitely thinking about sex.
Okay.
But when I do it by myself and try not to think about any of my past people, the soul ties, I am thinking about only pleasure, and it's not sex.
She does yoga masturbation. That's that yoga shit. Empty your mind.
Yo,
and think about pleasuring your body. I encourage women to try that. Without thinking about somebody else.
I feel you.
Yo, TJ, I hear what you're saying.
But I don't even. Sorry, I'm gonna respond to what TJ said. Even when I masturbate, I don't think about people.
Really?
No, like I think about, like, for me, I told you I would watch a porn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you only masturbate with porn?
Yeah.
But you looking at the
and
people
you listen
that
to it.
Yeah, I look.
That is sex. That is thinking about sex.
Right, sex, but not a particular person is what I'm saying. Like I'm looking at the footage. I'm looking at the her ass going up and down on the dick. You know, like so that's what that's not like, you know.
Let me tell you something. Yo, TJ be talking about. Yeah, TJ be talking about all these spiritual ties and shit. Y'all understand? Like, I could fucking bring up a memory of a chick because I compartmentalize shit really well.
Mm-hmm.
I use that shit and I throw that shit away. Like, it is not a soul tie.
But if it can come back, it's a soul tie, honey.
But that's just how the human mind works.
If you can think about it,
you know.
But that's the beauty of the human mind. We're made to think, but we don't have to always make a certain type of space to feel connected to the thing the whole time. So this is why I say, like, I know how to utilize that.
Pussy. If you can remember what it felt like,
that
smelled like,
matter.
touched
because it was a good feeling.
It's a soul tie. That's why it's a soul tie, baby.
But this is what I'm saying. It's not. I don't think my soul is tied to it. I just think that it's a memory that I'm fond of.
That's what a soul tie is, a memory.
Well, then, nigga, I'm tied to this world. Then,
connected. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we all have our memories of everything. I get it.
So TJ,
use that shit.
I'm gonna look up this definition of soul tie. Go ahead.
Use that
what
shit
you saying,
wisely.
What you saying, my favorite fuck boy?
Wait, so I think the reason that men have such a hard time understanding that what you're talking about is because we have to think about it in order to activate. So in order for us to masturbate, we can't not think about it. We have to think about sex in order to get to that point. So you don't really have to do that because you don't have to get erect in order to get in that mode where you can masturbate. But that's why we can't really understand where you're coming from or your perspective, and we never will be able to because we need that sex factor in order to get to that point. You feel what I'm saying? So do I think about sex every day? I think about sex regularly because I think sex ties into everything that I do. I think sex ties into me wanting to. I think sex ties into me wanting to be successful. Go ahead, TJ.
So just to go back, so you said daily. Can we even go like hourly? Can you pinpoint to hourly?
I can say hourly because, like I said, I feel like when I think about being successful, it's because I want more sex. Okay, and when I think about like doing like making bread or coming up with any type or studying to get better at this, so I can earn more at the end and I can get more sex. It's all fucking connected for me. Wow. I think everything leads back to sex for me.
TJ, you ain't never seen a successful nigga that's just like, I can't find sex anywhere.
It leads back.
At least not if he attempted to look for the shit.
Back to sex.
You're right. You're right.
It really does. Like
ugly niggas with money get pussy.
I want a nice car so I can pull bitches and I can get sex. You know what I'm saying? I buy bottles at the club so I can track pretty bitches and get sex. You feel what I'm saying?
Thank you for being honest. King.
It's real. It ties into everything in my life. And for me to say I'm not thinking about it, I'm lying. I'm thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
And even if you were married, I'm sorry.
All the time.
If I'm married, especially if he married, how could he stop?
That's a fact.
Why would that make him stop?
She's gonna be more lustful for me because I'm successful, and she's gonna just do whatever I ask her to fucking do. And I'll be honest with you, women lose attraction to niggas who can't get it, but guys who stay stuck in that position where they're not where they're not.
A lot of women fuck
and shit
broke
like that.
niggas every day.
I
fuck
feel
broke niggas every day.
I hear that hot shit, but I'm talking about how they lose. Like, let's see, in marriage,
I don't think they commit to them. No, I don't think they commit.
A lot of times
like that
they
day.
no.
We do. We pay their bills and shit. We dumb. Some of us.
Yeah, we know.
No shade, women. I love you, but I
don't generalize, y'all. You
I know those situations.
I said some of us. Some of us.
I know those situations where dick run shit. Okay, but I'm talking about the situations in which, like, shit, I forgot where I was going with it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's move on.
All right. So, yo, real quick. Have you ever thought about somebody else in order to make you nut? As far as lust goes. So, I do feel like, if you're having sex with somebody and you know that you wanted to get off, maybe carry yourself to an orgasm or something like that. Do you think
all the time?
Somebody else?
All the time. All the time, bro. That was a burner question.
That was a burner question.
Let's make that a burner question.
All right, so that's the burner question then.
Burner questions are signature to the SR podcast. We ask a question where you get to answer yes, no, or sophisticatedly ratchet. And the burner question is: have you ever thought of someone else to make you come? So someone else that you're not dating. Is that what we're referring to?
Outside of whoever you're engaging with.
Who you're having sex with right now, do you think about somebody else in order to reach orgasm? You're with this person, they're fucking you, and do you think about somebody else to get to orgasm? And I'm gonna say yes.
All right, so we got Shake, Mash, and myself with a yes at the moment. TJ, she's feeling undecided, but she decided that she wanted to go with Sophisticatedly Ratchet. And Mo is looking like she either might want to throw up one or two cards, but she's never sure. But damn it, she comes in the clutch with a Sophisticatedly Ratchet at the last minute. Let's go with the ladies. How you feeling?
All right. This
Mo,
is tough.
TJ, go ahead.
I know this is tough. Have I ever thought about somebody? I don't feel like I've ever done it. Like while I'm having sex with you and it may be whack, I don't know if I can think of someone else to make me come. I would just be kind of turned off. Maybe I'll think about myself so that I could come, but I think I have.
Sounds like a yes.
So it's a yes. I have. Okay. I've thought because I've had a really
put the yes card.
Yeah.
Put the yes card for me. Can I see
that? Sorry, no problem.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club.
Drop a bomb on that one. Yeah.
Welcome to the club. All right.
One of us.
I don't do it often, but I have, and it's because the bitch was a fucking soul tie, and it was a woman, believe it or not.
Right. Let's see how Mo try to get out of this one. Mo, how you gonna get out of this one, Mo? Go ahead.
She gonna change your answer too, bitch. Change your answer. Put up 2 cards.
Mo,
I'm really trying to think.
Mo, you got some life on this planet. Come on.
Have you ever had sex with somebody who was thinking about somebody else? It's like, oh my God.
Somebody that broke you up with some good dick back in the days. You remember Craig from that club? No?
I'm gonna say no, but even if it's whack, like I may just in my mind, just because, and the reason why I can't think of somebody else is because even if it's whack in my mind, I'm just like, yo, just hurry the hell up. So I'm not even conscious of being able to think of somebody else. So that's why I'm like, it's a sophisticatedly ratchet for me. Because if I was like just laying there and but if it's, and in my mind just like, oh my gosh, like just so my mind is not even focused to think on somebody to have me come. And to be honest, whether you guys believe it or not, I'm not just gonna come. It's gonna take more for me to come. Like you just can't pound me for me to come. It has to be. A lot of times I don't have. A lot of times I'm not gonna bust off of sex. Period.
I gotcha.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, your clitoral stimulation.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
You ain't shit, nigga.
I say yes. I say yes because I think about the times that I've got head and it was trash. Whenever I've been getting head and it be trash, he be like, oh God, channel something else. She gonna learn today. She gonna learn. I'm not gonna tell her to stop, but I'm definitely gonna take myself away somewhere else. It's more pleasant than here.
Why wouldn't you just guide her?
See, that's different. Exactly. See but that when you get in head, I think it's different because then you, like you said, you could channel it somewhere. Probably. But why wouldn't you hold her head or kind of make her do it?
Tell her exactly what you like, because that's what I do.
Got you.
Why don't you?
Yeah, I'm saying you could in those instances, but in the instances
but you don't.
You could.
Why don't you? I want to know why you don't.
Some people are past coaching. Some people are just past coaching, and you got to take what they give you.
Yeah,
take what they give you.
Not me.
I ain't even gonna hold
wine in your mouth. I'm gonna gyrate in your mouth. I'm gonna tell you.
Sound great. You sound great. You sound great, but
not everybody is TJ. Like you say guide, and sometimes I think that sometimes I got him, and I still gotta sometimes think about like the next chick. Like, you know, and I feel like I definitely used to do it more when I wasn't with partners that weren't compatible with me sexually, but I do want to make sure like the woman I'm usually engaging with, like that's who I'm thinking about. But yes, sometimes the moment or whatever is not right, or maybe y'all just are not as passionate about the sex as y'all need to be. So sometimes for me, yeah, I gotta imagine like my throat god or whoever got like the title right now to be like, okay, I want to come, but how do I make this happen? And I have to figure it out, you know, because maybe I do like the sex or whatever she's doing, but I also know like I need to come, and this is not going to do it at the moment. But at the same time, I don't want to waste a good nut. So I gotta go there.
Yo, I think it's not preternatural for
fucking bitch
for men and women to have different frames of mind. And TJ, I understand you when you say
what the fuck you just
women.
say?
I said it's not. I said it's not preternatural for men and women to have different frames of thought when it comes to this, right? So they both immediately answered sophisticatedly ratchet because women, I think women think differently than we do. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I can be attracted to the girl I'm fucking and everything, but like maybe might be the third time I'm fucking her. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I like to when I want to get to that nut, like you know, I'm okay, let me be 100% upfront. Okay, I'm the nigga who could fuck a chick for hours of change if we let the shit keep going. Okay, I give it 100% every single time. That's what the fuck I do. But my thing is sometimes I get caught up where I'm still fucking and she nutted already a few times and I need to get to that nut. So my first thing is, let me take myself somewhere fucking disgusting. I need to put myself in this spot, and I need to have the nastiest sex with somebody who I've never fucked before. You know what I'm saying? Like, who do I want to fuck? You know what I'm saying? And then I start searching in my mind, like, you know, it'll be somebody from work and shit. And I'm like,
Rolodex.
You know what I'll do that bitch? I'll put her feet in my mouth and shit, and I will fucking shit out of her, grab her hair, say nasty fuck. So in my head, now I have to think about this while I'm stroking. Now I'm stroking, and I'm thinking about this right here, so I can get to my nut like immediately because she's done. Like we've been going, this shit's been going on for 45 minutes. She's like, I nutted twice already, nigga. I'm done. Can you give me this nut? You know what I'm saying? And then you know when they be begging for the leche to come in their mouth and shit, you know they be like, come on, just put it in my mouth. You know that's when they want you to come. When women start telling
because we're over it, like Mo said, she's over it. So
they want you. When they begging for
that's why we can turn that on and off.
It's time for me to start thinking. It's time for me to start getting nasty in my mind. I need to start thinking about nasty shit so I can get to this. Okay?
It's go time. It's go time.
It's go time.
I don't want you thinking about someone else. So tell me what should I say so that you're only thinking about me? That I like.
You can't do anything about it.
I've been fucking you for 45 minutes and I still ain't nothing. So I have to just take my mind somewhere else. Okay.
Yo, Shay, I
that's
just
a skill.
I think the terminology "begging for the leche" it needs to be used more. Like that.
Begging for the leche.
I beg for it.
But I will say though, we do have some more talking points in this. But I actually want to, if y'all down, we can make like a little bonus episode with just like the last 2 or 3 questions. But unfortunately, we got to end the episode at the moment. All right, I know. But before we do that, I would love if TJ tells us where the tribe can find us.
Yes, guys. Thank you for listening to another episode. We drop new episodes every Wednesday, everywhere you hear podcasts, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon has podcasts, iHeartRadio. We're everywhere. We want you to connect with us on social media. Connect with us on IG at So Ratchet Podcast, on TikTok at So Ratchet Podcast, on Twitter at So Ratchet Pod, and right here on YouTube, if you're watching our beautiful faces at So Ratchet Space Podcast, go ahead and hit the like button right now, hit the follow button right now, subscribe to us right now. Hit the notifications button right now, so every time we drop new content, you can be aware.
Yo, but once again, yo, Tribe, we appreciate you. We love you. We thank you for tuning in to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet.
You gotta do the wild word of the week.
Oh, fuck. I was trying to escape that before you gave this nigga the score.
I know, right? We knew he was gonna win.
Shake got two, Flash got one.
It so
all
hard.
Right.
Thank you,
about time. Shake one word of the week.
Finally, it's your word. It's your word of the week.
Calm down, nigga. You only won by one, nigga. Okay.
Congratulations, Shake. Congratulations.
Yes, no hate. No hate. Congratulations.
All right. That's all good. But Tribe, once again, we appreciate y'all. All right.
Peace.
All right. Peace.
Deuces.